Hey y'all, hey! If you've been following me, you've known that I have been living in Jamaica for over 5 years, well, almost 5 years. And recently I had to come back to America to have surgery on my knee. I recently was inboxed and someone asked me, what are the benefits of living outside of America versus in America? So I'm getting ready to tell you. Because everybody know me love Jamaica. My accent's horrible, so I'm not even going to try. But the benefits of living in Jamaica, I'm a Cubs fan. Being back in America is horrible. Yeah. I love America. Don't get me wrong. I love my country, but I love Jamaica more. And the reason being is, in America, we have rent or mortgage, which is no less than $1,500 a month, even for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom in a nice area. Then you have your electric, your water, your gas, your cable and internet, your car insurance, your health insurance. And even if you have health insurance, then you have a copay. If you go to the doctor, you have a bigger copay if you have to stay in the hospital. The bills are never ending. I literally have a book that I have to write them all down and check them off as I pay them when they come in every month, because I can't keep up with them. There's so many bills, right? Then, not to mention, the healthcare system is horrible. The food that they provide us is full of preservatives and poisons so that we get sick, and now we have to depend on the healthcare system and take healthcare medicine and all this stuff. When I moved to Jamaica, of course, the food there is organic. It's grown, raised, your meat is raised there. Your vegetables and fruit are organically grown there. If you go to the farmer's market, if you find a local farmer to sell you your meat and your fish and your eggs and go diving for your fish, whatever, what have you. Anyway, all the food is organic. There's no stuff in it. So automatically, that alone, I lost a whole bunch of weight. Go back on my videos. I'm not going to go into it. But living in Jamaica, it's peaceful. Like, the people are so amazing and so friendly. Yes, you have bad everywhere. Everywhere you go, you have good and bad people. There's always going to be guns and drugs and this and that. But you also have a positive side. It's paradise, for God's sake. So I have a 1-bedroom apartment overlooking the sea. It's fully furnished with no utilities. Internet is provided, water, power, everything is provided. And I pay $350 a month. No, 3 times the rent, prove your income, this or that. Oh, you need a place? I have a place. Pay me the first month and a deposit, and it's yours. I've been there 5 years in the same apartment. Why would I move? So when I got sick, I had to come back to America to have surgery. I didn't have anywhere to live because I had sold my house. I sold all my furniture. I sold everything. So just for these few months that I'm in America to have this surgery that's covered by my insurance that I already had from my husband passing. That's a long story. But so the rent was $1,200 deposit, $1,200 rent. The power was $200 deposit. Gas, $200 deposit. Water, $150 deposit. Internet, $100 a month. Then my car insurance, I had to buy a car, so that's another $6,000. Then car insurance runs me $250 a month for full coverage. Like, the bills never end. Within 3 months, I spent over $7,000, well, not counting the $6,000 car I bought. In 3 months, I spent almost $8,000 just because now I have to buy a couch and chair. You know, I have to buy my furniture. Had to buy a bed to sleep in. Then I had to buy linens to go on the bed. I had to buy dishes. Then I had to buy food, which is outrageous. $12 for a dozen eggs. Come on. So yeah, why do I live in Jamaica? Because I don't have to worry and stress myself over bills. Yeah, it's not an easy life compared to America. It's a third world country. Some say it's not third world. They say it's first world. You choose what you call it, what you want to call it. Because for me, it's paradise. I have no hot water and I have no AC, but I have fans in the window and I have the sea breeze coming in. So I don't need it. If I need to wash my clothes, I wash them and hang them out to dry. There's no dryer, but I love that because the fresh sea breeze blows through my clothes. Anywhere you go, 5 miles, 10 miles down the road, there's our river. We go every Sunday to the river. There's waterfalls. There's music. There's dancing. There's people everywhere. Just, I don't know. There's no difference. It's no question for me. I love Jamaica. And as soon as I get well enough and back on my feet, you're damn right, I'm going back. Who's going with me? And for those saying, oh, once your American money run out, you'll go back. No, I won't. I won't. Because I'm retired. I'm on a budget. I've taken my money and budgeted it. I allow myself so much every month while I'm in Jamaica. And once I reach that budget, that's it. And so that money, it'll last me a really long time. I'm not rich by any means, trust me. But I lived in Jamaica on less than $1,500 a month total. Rent, food, everything. So yeah, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to stay. I do apologize if I'm rambling, because I did just take my medicine, so I'm kind of loo-loo. So if I'm rambling, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a big advantage. Not just Jamaica, any country outside the U.S. Pick one. Pick one, search it on TikTok, living in so-and-so country, and there's a million videos of other people that have done it, and you can follow them and get guidance from them. But before you move anywhere, make sure you travel there and see if you like it. Because Jamaica is not for everybody. And it's not for the weak. If you're weak-minded, or if you're not street smart, or if you're not aware of your surroundings, then don't move here. Absolutely. But I wish you luck. One last thing and then I'm done. Don't come at me with Jamaica's dangerous. Jamaica this, Jamaica that. Because I'm scared to go to the freaking gas station in America. Might get robbed. Go to a concert, might get blown up. Go to visit my nephew at his school, might get shot in a school shooting. I mean, come on now. There's violence everywhere you go. So don't give me that crap. Jamaica polices their own. So it's much safer than you think it is. That's the media. So if you come to Jamaica and you want to tour around and you want to see Jamaica and you're scared to do it, give me a call. Me and my security guards will come get you and we'll show you around. Hey y'all.
He got a t-shirt for us. I got a t-shirt for
So somebody asked me why I moved to Jamaica. And I'm going to tell you why. So I don't feel well, so I'm drinking ginger with lime and honey. That's a Jamaican remedy. Or you can do squeeze some lime in a shot of rum. And that'll clear you up too. But why did I move to Jamaica? Well,
alright, y'all be safe.
Let's go back 4 years ago. I apologize for the background noise. A little over 4 years ago,
I was married to a wonderful man for the last 18 years. Well, 17 years at the time. And yes, I'm using a filter because I look like horrible because I'm sick right now. So, I was married to a wonderful man for 17 years. We had 4 kids, all of his, but they're my stepchildren, and 10 grandkids, and he worked in the coal mines. Most of you know this and know me. But one day, he laid down for a nap and didn't wake up. And it was devastating to me because we were still in love like the day that we met. We still dated each other and loved each other. I mean, we weren't perfect. We had our issues. Every marriage does. But we loved each other. And so his death was traumatizing to me. And after the day he passed, even before the funeral, only a select few of people, and you know who you are, checked on me, came to see about me, including his children. And our friends, I no longer fit in because I'm now single, you know, with their married couples dates and couples parties, and I just didn't fit in anymore. So everybody drifted away. And so little by little I sold off everything we had. I gave his motorcycle for a little bit of nothing to his best friend, and I sold I gave his truck to his cousin, sold the house, and decided to move back home with family in Kentucky. I hadn't been around them in over 30 years. But I thought maybe it'll be good if I be around family again. Wrong decision. But anyway, long story short, I lived in Kentucky for a whole year. I gave it a chance, and I was still miserable. I was still depressed. And anyway, I went on a girls trip to Jamaica because I had been talking about Jamaica since I was a little girl. Anybody that knows me, I'm obsessed with Jamaica. My husband, I had told him that year, I said, if you don't take me to Jamaica, then you're paying for me and my girlfriends to go. And he said, no problem. But of course he wasn't around to do that. So me and these 4 other women went to Jamaica for 10 days, and we had an amazing tour guide, Island Tours Jamaica, and we spent an amazing 10 days, I think it was, at the Rio Reggae in Montego Bay, and we had an amazing time. I completely forgot all my problems, everything. And we went back home. And when we went back home, I went back to Kentucky. They went back to Alabama. And I was back to being miserable and depressed and sad. So I called this tour guide and was like, hey, if I come to Jamaica for 3 months, do you think you could help me find, you know, a long-term apartment? Well, short-term. Yeah, no problem. So I got an apartment. And I stayed those 3 months, came back home, and I was miserable. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to move to Jamaica. 7 months out of the year, and then I'll come back home the other 3 months, because, you know, you have to live in the United States every 6 months, less than 6 months in order to not have to file on your taxes and all that. And, you know, it's a bunch of paperwork and stuff. Anyway, I go home about every 3 months. But long story short, I went for 3 months, and I've been here a little over 3 years. And the apartment I currently live in, I found through a mutual friend in Jamaica that I had made. He's no longer living. He met his demise last year. But his uncle had a house with an apartment downstairs, and I have a pool overlooking the ocean, and I basically pay $350 a month with no utilities. Yeah, I have a 7-passenger van. I'm running a successful tour company, showing people around the island. Most of my tours are single females traveling alone because they trust me, you know. But yeah, that's how I ended up in Jamaica, and I love it here. It was the best move I've ever done. It was the best decision in my life. I lost over 80 pounds, about 65 or 70 actually. Went from a size 16 down to an 8 within 7 months. And I put a little bit back on now, but it was the best move I ever did, mentally, physically, emotionally. I still have my days, I still miss my husband, but I love Jamaica, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So don't listen to the advisories, because the neighborhoods that they mention in those advisories, the neighborhoods and the areas that they mention, as a tourist, you will never go there. We wouldn't take you there if you paid us. You'll never reach those areas. So you're perfectly fine to come and enjoy your vacation and have a wonderful, amazing time. If you have any questions about moving to Jamaica or coming to visit, or you need a tour guide, or you even need airport transport, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to help you out.
I always find it ironic that in places called third world countries, the quality of life can be so much more vibrant, invigorating, filled with real relationships, laughter, joy, that we don't get here in the U.S. For example, when I would go to Jamaica growing up, I always noticed that work wasn't as much of a priority. And then I realized that in the U.S., we live to work, and in other countries, they work to live. In the U.S., we value our luxuries. We love having things. We go to Amazon, we click, we buy. It's a ton of consumerism. It's a ton of prioritizing these material things, but we don't prioritize human connection the same way. Living in the West, it's a very I-focused society. So we are focused on ourselves, our gain, our lives, our world. And when you go to another country where it's more we-centric, it's less individualistic and more of a collective, there's just this level of laughter and joy and connection. In Jamaica, we party with each other. We party with our friends, our family. They may not have as much monetarily, but they have so much more joy. They're gonna play dominoes, they're gonna connect, they're gonna meet up, they're gonna talk. Those types of things don't happen in the US as much because we're all so busy doing business. We all got our own things going on. It's big as hell. You're all the way in this state, I'm all the way in that state. It's just not the same kind of environment that fosters those really deep connections. So whenever quality of life comes up and is in question, I always find it ironic because in my mind, there is way more than one definition of a good quality of life. And I guess it really depends on what variables you look at to decide what is quality.
Hello guys, once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Larry, and in today's video, we're going to discuss about with the video we've watched that's from the white American lady. Now, she has shared her experience between living in Jamaica and living in the United States. Now, she boldly went ahead and picked Jamaica over the United States. Now, keep in mind that she is an American, but now she prefers Jamaica over the United States. Now, she has went ahead and stated the main reasons to why she prefers to live in Jamaica over the United States. Now, among the reasons she has given out, I'll just love to talk about a few or maybe add a few onto whatever she has just said. And for one, we actually have to acknowledge that the climate in Jamaica is really doing a lot of favors it, it's favoring a lot of people because why am I saying this now? There is a video we did about the Arabs flocking to Jamaica. Now in that video there was this an old lady who was sharing her experiences to why she moved to Jamaica. She said she was battling some serious illness that she went to the United States. She wasn't able to get treated, and then she opted to just relocate to Jamaica. And once she got to Jamaica, her health conditions started improving. And now since then, she made sure that she talked to it to children's, her relatives, and most of them found it like a miracle. Yes, let me just say, call it a miracle. Most people were really amazed and shocked, and at the same time, they were all like traveling and they just want to be in Jamaica and experience all this. So that's among another reason to why I can say it's the reason to why this lady prefers to stay in Jamaica over the United States. Now, another thing she has talked of is how the Jamaican people are friendly and loving. And I mean, I've been telling you these guys, Jamaicans, they are very loving people because we've seen some people misunderstand Jamaicans, and they come to the internet, to the streets, telling people about how aggressive Jamaicans are and all that. But tell me how many people we've seen talk positively about Jamaica. Now you just can't come to my country, you cross me, and then, or rather you disrespect me, and then you expect me to be good to you. Of course, respect goes both ways. So what I have to assure people is that Jamaicans, they are people who are really loving, and they love interacting, and their way of communication, it's very jovial. Jamaicans love jokes. So if you don't understand them, or rather get them from the right perspective, you might think that Jamaicans, they are being harsh on you. But no, that's just how the Jamaicans express themselves. And most of all, you'll find out that the Jamaicans, they are very easy people to get along with. She has talked over the Jamaican communities, the neighbors around. Everybody just wants to spread love and good vibes, unlike the United States, whereby everybody views you as, I don't know how to put it, but they treat you as a suspect. I mean, if you're raised in a neighborhood that's crooked, like everybody treats you like a criminal. They treat you like a suspect. But now look at the Jamaicans' way of lifestyle. They embrace each other. They don't view you as a suspect, as a criminal. They know you're human. What you need, you just need love. You just need care and all that. And that's what the Jamaicans do offer to a lot of people, not just the Jamaicans alone. They don't care where you are from, as long as you maintain your respect. And most of all, I should tell you guys, learn to embrace the Jamaican culture. Respect them. Respect their beliefs. And that way, you'll be in the safest hands with the Jamaicans. So, also another thing we can talk over is she mentioned about the high rate of the high living rate in the United States compared to Jamaica. Now, I'd love to point out something that it's from my own view. So for one, I believe that yes, for one, in the United States, it's definitely you actually need to be financially stable for you to live in the United States. In the United States, you don't just go there gambling with your life, like you're not sure about how you're going to survive, or maybe just because you have a few dollars, you think it will sustain you in the United States. No, that's not the case. But also, I want to talk about this. In any country, not just the United States, not just Jamaica, I'm talking about in any country. If you don't have a good financial plan, you're going to really face a tough time living in that country. If you don't have a good financial plan, you're going to have a really tough time Not unless you one among those rich people who just maybe inherited something, or maybe you won a lottery or something, so you just have to misuse or rather misspend all your money. But to some point, trust me, that money will get finished and you'll see bad things. So for me, I believe that if you actually have to live in the United States or rather in any other country, please just have a good financial plan, and that way it will save you from a lot of embarrassments on your side. So have a good financial plan, and you can find life a little bit fairer in whichever country you'll settle in. But the main point is you can't compare the high rate of living in Jamaica and the United States. So to our white American lady, yes, she is totally right, and I trust her. Like her pick, her taste in choosing to live in Jamaica, that's perfect, 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 perfect. No objection. So another thing I have to talk about is the Jamaican dishes and how healthy the Jamaicans are. Okay, for one, we actually have to remind ourselves back then, because there was this young lady called Miss Netta. Now, Miss Netta came to to Jamaica, and she kind of disrespected the Jamaican dishes. Let me just call it like that, because that's what she did. She disrespected the Jamaican dish. And now people are like, hey, you are from the United States, where people really consume a lot of canned stuff, a lot of chemical processed foods. Now you come here, you try to taste our natural foods, what foods that's just fresh from the farm. We prepare our own foods from the farm. And now you tell us that our meals are not good. And I'm telling you, it did not end well. People are there saying that, Miss Netta, your taste buds are totally destroyed, so you can never feel a taste of anything good. And she actually had to regret talking bad about the Jamaican dish, because indeed, trust me, the Jamaican dish, it's the favorite. Because my favorite part is the curry chicken. Man, I love that, because it's a dish that's, man, it's mouth-watering. So and also, just to support this point, there is another Japanese young lady who shared her experience that she has traveled to over 10, oh no, it was over 20 countries around the world, and she has never missed a Jamaican restaurant in each country she has visited. So what does that tell us about the Jamaican dish? Now, we actually have to agree that Jamaica is a country that serves one of the best dishes around the world, no doubt, and no doubt. So, other thing is, as we wind up this commentary on our video, is that Jamaicans, you are totally living a dream life for a lot of people in the world. You are living a life that most of us do envy. Most of us are envying to live that life. So I wonder, why would a Jamaican want to live this beautiful island in the Caribbean? I mean, most of us actually wish that we were born in the Jamaica. But luckily, we embrace where we are. We fight our own battles, and what we can do to just show Jamaica that we love is make more videos like this, embracing Jamaicans and showing you love by making such positive videos. So I'm your host Larry, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you yet to subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and share to my videos. My returning subscribers, my new viewers, I actually have to say much thank yous for your support, because it means so much to me. You've been with me throughout all of this journey, and we are still moving. So, and until we meet again in my next video, peace out, and one love.